camera's recording. What did you just do?
I just punched myself in the face.
How?
With a tooth.
How?
What if ow. How did I do that?
Okay, literally hi.
Oh my God, guys. First off, I'm too buzzed and shocked by punching myself in the goddamn face with this mic.
Punching myself in the face got me buzzed.
You look like you're in euphoria right now.
Why?
The lighting is so moody and vibey on this goddamn podcast.
We got the vibes turned all the way up today.
Me and Gabby are both feeling sick, so the vibes are through the roof. I'm feeling my voice is a little robot.
Yeah.
A little robo girl.
It's okay.
Robo girl.
Robo girl. Wait, okay, so
we
this
should write a musical called Robo Girl.
Oh wait, that's such a good idea.
Put a pin in that.
Guys, everyone, write that down.
Lizzie, write that down.
Lizzie, write that down.
That's
Robo
honestly
girl.
Robo Girl. Because on Broadway right now, think about one thing: is anything sci-fi themed? No. Nothing on Broadway is sci-fi themed.
Literally
that is
nothing.
like a vacuum of the Broadway world that no one talks about.
And
sci-fi.
Her voice is like very like auto-tune. That's the kind of musical style.
Oh yeah, that's so good when she sings, and it's like the first time they've ever heard like auto-tune.
Yeah.
And it's very like retro future. You know what I mean? Where like how the Jetsons thought the future would be.
Yes, and that's how auto-tune was invented.
So it's it's like
by this Robo Girl.
Robo Girl, because it's a girl.
And she's a DJ
and
in New York City club scene.
In the future, but it's retro. Okay, like she's a girl. She's a singer girl, okay? But it's in the future. Girl in the future.
Girl.
She is like trying to be a singer, and then some guy.
Literally fucking guy.
He actually kicks her out of a moving car. She falls.
What?
She gets super injured. She's so injured, Robo Girl. Well, right now she's just girl. She's not even Robo Girl yet.
She's a legitimate
injured,
girl.
And then some woman in STEM finds her like all broken and all half dead in an alley. She brings her back to her woman lab. Okay.
Laboratory.
Ladies lab. A laboratory for women and ladies across the
world.
Oh my
God, LL Bean.
And then
that's where that came from.
That's what LL Bean means.
That camera immediately died.
And then the lab scientist woman picks up the girl, then like puts cybernetic enhancements on her, puts something in her voice, and then she becomes Robo Girl.
Yeah, and she's an international pop star DJ.
And then she starts performing at clubs across the city.
Yeah, Marquee.
PhD
and then, rooftop.
And then the guy, the guy who was her manager, who like she wasn't doing good enough, so he kicked her out of a moving car.
Oh, that was her manager?
Yeah.
Wait, totally.
Do you see it now?
Yeah.
Because
that makes way more sense.
He's like a sketchy manager, and he's like, get out. Like he's like, you're not doing good enough, and she's like, but I want to be a kook. Pop star. So then she actually makes it, but she looks different, and so he's trying to like.
Wait, by looks different, like when that sequence of in LL Bean of her becoming Robo Girl, I pictured the adjustments just being like big robot tits.
Well, she's gonna look like a fembot.
Yeah,
she's gonna look like a fembot.
Well, yeah.
So
this is goddamn Broadway.
This is goddamn Broadway, but like also like cybernetic fembot.
Yes.
Do we see that?
Yeah.
And then like when she opens her mouth, she speaks in auto-tune. This, honestly, I know we're joking. This is an amazing idea.
Here's the thing about Zach and I is we are in a constant flow state of amazing ideas. Genuinely. The other day we were at our friend's house and they were talking about how they were taking a TV show pitching class. And Zach and I were like, what is that like? Is it just like, and then we pitched a full off the top, literally improv, a insanely genius
like a great
TV
idea
series. And our friends went like this. Whoa.
The series we pitched that we just made up on the spot was a story about a mother and daughter. Like it was like
an emotional tale.
It was an emotional tale that took place in, catch this, space. Yeah, it was space.
We're big on space right now.
It's like space cowboys, their mother and daughter.
Wait, now I'm remembering the premise of that show. Yeah. Literally genius.
Literally, it was a genius.
Someone give us a budget.
Literally, somebody give me $100 million.
And I promise you, I will produce nothing and spend it in Ibiza.
And we're gonna buy a villa.
Totally. Wait, hi.
This is La Podcast.
This is La Podcast. I'm Gabby. That's Zach.
That's
swear
Gabby.
To God.
I'm
Literally
Zach.
Swear to God.
We're not imposters today. Wouldn't that be so funny if one episode there was just like 2 other people
and it's never mentioned?
My tooth hurts from hitting my mic.
Totally, you really hit it.
Like right in the canine.
Do you have imposter syndrome? Is that something you have?
Yeah.
Really?
I feel like you have the opposite. You have rock star syndrome where you like go into a room and you're like, well, yeah, why is everyone else here?
I don't have imposter syndrome. I'm like, why don't I have more stuff?
When like for me, I walk into a room and I go, oh God, am I even worthy of being here? And Gabby walks into a room and she goes, everybody tell the room why they think they should be here. I think I should be. No, I do have imposter syndrome sometimes.
Really?
It depends. It comes, it goes when I'm feeling unbalanced.
Oh la la, ooh la la. Sometimes when I'm in a green room with like big comics, I'm like, why am I here? But then I'm like, you guys are so annoying that I'm like, I'm here to level you all out.
No, totally. I think I took 600 grams of weed the other day by accident. This is like 2 weeks ago. Girlies, if you're not weed people, that is an unreasonable amount.
The number 600 is a call for concern.
It calls for concern. I didn't mean to. They gotta stop making them so tiny. I ate the whole bag because I'm like, I'm a big guy.
You need to stop doing this thing. We've talked about this literally so many times. Stop eating the whole bag of something, especially weed gummies. Literally, people like cut with a legit like surgical knife. People literally ration these gummies out, and you are popping them like they're gummy snacks, like they're Welch's.
You're eating these gummies like they're gummies, that's like such a red flag. Well, I had an absolute mental freak out, but in that freak out, there was some little bits of wisdom. Okay, when my mind was tearing apart at the seams, and I was laying in my bed going through psychosis, there's a little bit of wisdom on the other side. And
what was that?
Is that like gummies? I don't care what other people think.
That's all you got from that?
Well, after having a meltdown, and the main takeaway I got from that trip was, where are we? like where is Earth? Like no one knows, and that was freaking me out.
Calling eating weed gummies a trip is so bad.
That's how much I took, where I was tripping. Like it was crazy. But then I'm like, now that I'm in the real world again, I'm like, I don't really feel imposter syndrome anymore, because I'm like, we're all just dust, and no one knows.
I can't believe that's what you got from eating. You're like, I just don't care. Like that's like the ethos of Lizzie McGuire. Like you could have just watched a Disney movie.
You could have watched 2 seasons of Lizzie McGuire or 600 milligrams of THC, baby.
To learn that you shouldn't give a F about what people think.
Don't give a rat's F about
Hi.
That's Gabby. I'm Zach. This is a little podcast. If you guys like this podcast, review, and subscribe.
Like, review, subscribe, share the videos, share the clips with your friends. Leave comments on the clips. Leave us reviews on Apple Podcasts.
Stitch on the clips. If you have something to say.
Get in the comments.
Get in the comments
and let's see and hear what you have to say.
We want to hear from you. See, first off, we say a lot of crazy shit.
Like the time we named 10 Dutch things. So fucking crazy.
That had nothing to do with nothing.
People really jumped in on the comments on that clip, and they were like, I know some Dutch stuff. And we're like, let's hear.
We got to start doing things that like are things.
Like call to actions?
Call to actions being like, what are 10 Dutch things? And then all the Dutch people will be like, oh, I hope they say my thing.
That's genuinely cute. Oh, also while we're here, you better get the fuck on our patreon.com/ is it slash or backslash? Doesn't matter. You'll figure it. Try both.
Try both.
La Podcast, $5 a month. You get an extra 10 minutes, and those extra 10 minutes are us building our cinematic universe of Girl Jail, Girl You, Girl High, Girl Hell.
And maybe Girl Heaven.
Maybe Girl Heaven.
Maybe Girl Limbo too.
Full-fledged cinematic universe. You're gonna want to be a part of it.
And I just want you guys to know, in the Girl Cinematic Universe, there is absolutely no holds are barred. We say shit about all kinds of stuff, okay? It is toxic sludge on that side, all right?
It is like literally fucked up sometimes.
We're really fucked up. But it's okay because it's behind a paywall.
Like we are like killing women.
We're killing women who are real people.
We're saying their first and last name, and then we're killing them.
And we're talking about how we hate them. We don't know them.
No, I don't know any of these honestly people. Crazy behind the paywall.
It's getting crazy. It is getting insane in today.
Do you like my nails?
Gabby.
I cut them shorter.
Your nails are kind of like on brand for our entire brand.
They're wavy.
I love what you're doing.
Every time I put on really long nails, though, I feel so dramatic. But then I can't live I could live with them for one day, and like I don't know how these girls with their 3-inch long nails. Literally, how are they wiping their ass? That's the greater main question. But also, how are they taking their contacts out? I'm literally like into my eye, like.
That's crazy. Nails are crazy for me. Mine are dirty. But I almost showed the camera.
Like the camera cannot pick up your nails from
I don't know. iPhones are good now.
Shout out Apple, Steve Jobs.
He's dead.
Yeah, I know.
Who's the guy in charge now?
Who is the guy?
Who's the woman in charge now?
It better be a woman.
It ain't.
Can you Google who's in charge of Apple, Lizzie?
Yeah, it's a guy.
It's got to be a guy.
It's gotta
Hold
be.
on.
It's RoboGirl.
It's really
It's like Tim something.
Oh.
He's in flip flops. No doubt
Tim
in my
Cook.
mind.
Tim Cook?
Tim Cook. Wait, that's
Yeah.
kind of a hot name.
He looks
that
like
name couldn't.
this.
Oh.
Ew.
Tim Cook couldn't be the more AI generated normal name in my goddamn life.
Literally, that's AI art. That picture.
name.
You'd think that they would since they're so plugged into the world and the zeitgeist, they literally created the zeitgeist. You would think they would make a hot woman the head of Apple to just play to the game of it all.
Yeah.
And then he could be pulling the strings or whatever.
Well, yeah.
I want a sex doll running Apple. That's the only way I'm buying another fucking
I want
iPhone.
a fucking bimbo.
I want a goddamn big tit bimbo up on those.
But who has a PhD?
Yeah, literally doing a TED talk, being like,
Wow. Wow. Literally seismic earthquakes every time she fucking steps.
literally the tectonic plates
Is that fucked up
are
and
weaker than her tits.
Is that toxic? Is that toxic that I want to see bimbos in STEM? I want to see women in
not
mini
toxic.
skirts running the world. Because I think our country needs a hot girl in at least a sundress, to be modest.
You gay guys are obsessed with a girl in a sundress. When's the last women? I'm speaking to you all, including Lizzie. When is the last time you wore a goddamn sundress?
A god on a sundress.
2008.
Probably.
That's
It's not been recent.
But literally, gay men are obsessed with being put on a sundress.
No, wait,
Why?
no,
They
wait,
don't even make those anymore.
Well, I also think that us living in this city makes that even less. There's no way.
There's no way, because when you're wearing a dress, you'll never understand this.
I'll never.
When you're wearing a dress and you walk over a hot subway grate and that air, that little toxic fume blows directly up your dress into your vag hole out of your mouth. It is your lungs are black in that moment.
Like a reverse.
It literally goes all the way through and it's like...
Wow, I never even thought of that. I mean, then Marilyn Monroe in that famous photo must have been
Literally her labia is burning off.
like a windsock. Yeah, like a wind.
That's what you just... That's her labia.
That's her labia.
I know exactly what you mean by the wind socks that are like this in your backyard on a stick. Like our nation's flag, her labia. Half mast. Wow, we really deserve the reverse angle of that photo. That poor woman.
That poor woman.
That poor woman.
And it was like a hot 1950s grate. There was no EPA back then. They were not making sure it was clean. It was literally
there was a coal mine through that grate.
blasting into her vagina.
Literally burning embers floating up.
And she was like, take the picture.
Take the picture. Take the picture. The real true Hollywood story behind that Marylin Monroe slutty picture
is her vagina was screaming.
screaming.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. What are you serving? What are you serving? What do you
Should
say?
I go first?
Yeah.
I think I went first last time, and I'm allowing women to take the lead.
Never once. That's literally not true.
I would never.
Lizzie?
I don't like the word allow.
Hello.
Like you're trying to make some big statement and then use the word allow.
I'm now allowing women to take the lead because I'm done.
I'm giving permission to women. Okay, I am serving you sports. I'm serving you a big field. You know those fields in middle school where a bunch of different sports are happening at once?
Field day vibes.
Field day vibes. Color wars.
Color wars.
Color wars.
Everybody gets a color, and then all of a sudden, the person who's not your color are dirt to you.
Yeah,
You want them dead.
Talk about a caste system. The Color Wars was a fucking bloodbath in middle school. Literally, I'm looking at my twin brother born at the same time, and I'm like, I'll fucking kill you.
When they make middle schoolers play tug of war, and you are two different teams that are two different colors, these are my classmates that I've known for 12 years.
Yeah. Literally known since we were legit in kindergarten. I'm like, I hope you fall and smash your face.
I'm like, Amanda, you're done. Like, I'm like, I want her dead. Like,
yes. I'm serving you the feeling of being in shin guards, high socks, and cleats, going to a goddamn rec soccer, okay? And you bet your ass you're holding a big jug of Gatorade and a plastic bag of orange slices, and your mom dropped you off because she doesn't want to watch the games anymore.
No, she's done.
She's done. She's like, I get it. And then, but everyone else's mom's there. And then and then you go to the back of the school, and it is literally an acre of little kids playing sports.
Buck wild big blow up things.
Yeah, and you walk back there with your little things, and you're like, this is my community. That feeling. That's a good feeling.
I actually have a traumatized image that's coming from field day one year when I was in fifth grade. I was young. I was elementary school. I had a guy who I thought was my friend.
Get him.
John, if you're listening right now, I hope everything's going well. I hope you're doing well.
What's
I'm
his last
clearly
name?
doing amazing. I'm not saying his last name.
That's the first time we've ever not said someone's last name.
No, I'm not saying it because he probably follows me and he probably knows exactly who I'm talking to. John, yeah, things are clearly doing good with me.
We're dating.
Me and my girlfriend are doing
Have an amazing podcast.
I'm doing just fine. Fifth grade, 2005. Field day. It was June, and it was in Wallingford, Connecticut.
Whoa.
We could
figure out who this John is. Give me the yellow pages.
We've been best friends for 2 years at this point. Me and this kid, John.
God.
We played Bionicles together. We played Beyblades together.
Oh, wow!
Beyblades.
2 years as a child. 2 years is the big marker. Will you continue on as best friends, or will you be arch enemies till the end of high school?
I'm in a big group of guys. You know, we're all riffing. We're all doing our piece. And I'm letting other people take the lead. And I'm with there. And I'm feeling.
No chance you let anyone say legit one word in that conversation.
You know, when you're with a bunch of guys, with a bunch of girls, you're feeling like a little saucy.
Yeah.
And at fifth grade, I must be 9 years old.
Yeah.
I said crap, like off the cuff. Like I was like, this is a bunch
you riffed it in.
I was like, this shit's a bunch of crap. And like the other boys were like,
this shit's a bunch of crap.
am I right, boys? Like worried and needing their approval.
Yeah.
This shit's a bunch of crap. And everybody was like, hell yeah. And then John, my supposed best friend,
Oh my God,
he said, you can't say that word. And I was like, chill, it's just the guys.
John, it's just the boys right now.
It's just the boys.
Wives are at home. We can say crap.
We could say crap. John runs
No.
directly to the recess attendant and tells on me.
No.
I see him. I just see like him mouthing like said crap, and I see this recess attendant. It was
Everything's
like
wow.
this recess attendant who's this old woman is like, and I hide behind a tree because I'm so scared that I said crap. I'm about to get hate crime for being gay, and then I get in trouble.
What
This
did
woman
they
comes
say?
up to me and says, "Don't say crap." Devastating.
when a grown adult comes up to you, and when you're specifically 8 and 9 years old, one of the scariest times. Adults are scary.
They're scary, yeah.
And they say, don't do that. You're like, I'll never do it again.
I'm so sorry.
I'm literally so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
But the betrayal I felt like,
Yeah.
like, oh, you're like, you want to hurt me. Like,
oh, you want to get me in trouble? You have a darkness in you.
It's
for crap.
For crap, dude. I'm about to say fag soon. It's about to be middle school.
Literally, fag is coming out of my mouth.
Like the betrayal I felt because if my friend I say something and you're like, hey Zach, you can't say that word, which you would never.
There's only one word.
Yeah.
There's only one word that would.
That you'd be like, Zach, don't.
Oh my God.
Don't say that. I would be like, I offended my friend. Maybe I went too far. I would then look internally. If I said a bad word and then Gabby just beeline.
I ran to Lizzie.
and told on me, the betrayal I
Zach
felt.
said crap.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Lizzie, I'm sorry.
Don't say that.
I'll allow it. Just this once.
Wait, honestly, when Lizzie says don't say that, I get
I was like, I won't.
I won't.
say the C word.
What's the C word?
Crap.
Oh,
I really thought it was something
I
different.
thought it was
Oh,
cunt.
cunt. Yeah. I could say cunt. Crap.
That's where we draw the line.
I mean, what a gross word. I honestly was going to say what a gay word. Crap.
Yeah. We're saying so many worse words. So I just want to say that is what that's reminding me of, the betrayal of a close friend.
Also, that time period, right? When you are right before, like, you're about to evolve into a demon. Do you know what I mean? Like middle school, something comes over you, green sludge, you're a demon. That innocent year or 2 years right before that, I remember my best friend Tina Copiti.
Okay, name names. Name her name, goddamn.
Tina Copiti.
Name her name, goddamn.
Shout out, was texting her yesterday. She drank alcohol. And I was like, you're gonna die. You're literally gonna die. And then the next year, you bet your ass I'm doing keg stands, smoking weed, smoking mescaline. Literally 1 calendar year later, the year before that, I'm like, you're gonna die.
You're killing yourself.
You're killing yourself. My best friend is gonna die. Then I'm literally blowing guys.
Blowing guys with a J in your hand.
Not even 6 months later. That shift. That literally ethereal shift. So I'm serving you that.
Sorry to take over. I just needed to. And John is going to see that, I bet. And I want you to feel bad.
John, we don't know John, but we know Tina. Shout out to her. I am serving you, in a movie when a big bomb drops, but then it doesn't explode yet. And they open kind of the door and there's a bunch of wires in the bomb. And then they take a legit pair of Home Depot wire cutters and then just like easily turn the bomb off.
I don't know why they're always so stressed about that. What if you just cut every wire?
Yeah, what if
then it goes off.
Then it
you
goes
have to
boom.
cut the right wire because they're rigged.
Oh.
At 9 a.m.
Me and the bomb squad? I'm just cutting them all.
Also, the era when bombs were just so damn big.
I know.
They were big as hell.
That's a big ass bomb.
That's a big ass bomb. How'd they get that up?
No idea.
How did they get that up?
No idea. I don't even know what you mean by up. Like
In a plane to be able to drop.
Oh, to drop. Oh, like a big missile, like a nuke.
Yeah, they're not like rolling it. I'm talking about old timey bombs.
When I'm thinking about old timey bombs, I'm thinking of like a bomb squad, which we don't really see anymore because I think they have robots do it now.
At 10 a.m. the school goes boom. Remember that?
That was huge, and you know what? I bet they still do shit like that nowadays.
Did you get bomb threats in high school?
We didn't get bomb threats, but there were a couple of we had to go into lockdown because of active shooters in the area.
Yeah, Texas. You're serving Texas, and we're serving
a blue and white
area.
Post 9/11. A blue and white drill. That's what we called it. I don't know why. I don't know what
for
we called
bombs
it.
called
No,
blue
for
and white?
just any. They didn't really say shooter, but when we were in elementary school, they would just be like, "It's blue and white." If there's any like person on the premises who we don't want to be here, and I was like, "That's so much more like scary." Like, what do you mean? Like I imagine a guy in a trench coat just being like, just like walking. Like, who's that guy?
He's like,
like,
oh.
Like,
sorry, my act out tossed the mic up.
Like hiding behind,
literally behind a locker, like. Da 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 da. No. Yeah, I'm serving you big bomb, huge bomb. You think it's gonna go off, and then you take a little pair of pliers you already had, and you disarm it like easily, and then you're like, oh, it's not that big of a deal.
Wow, I get that.
You think it's this big bomb gonna destroy your world, but it actually takes a little effort.
A little focus.
A little focus and a pair of leather gloves.
Of course.
And everything's fine.
I love that.
Isn't that a metaphor?
That is a metaphor for like all of life.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Wait, hold on.
Gabby's act out destroyed the podcast studio.
Okay, I'll just leave it. I
love that. That is true.
Yeah, and I'm serving you like a red leather outfit.
Like Britney Spears?
Yeah, but tighter.
That's pretty skin tight.
Literally, like you can't breathe.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Because you feel claustrophobic. You feel like everything's shrinking around you.
Yeah, but I look hot.
Okay. Yes.
So like, give or take.
No.
Give
Yes.
or take.
No. Yes. I definitely know.
What are you serving? Would you say?
I am serving you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm
Thought
serving
bubble.
you. Oh my God. I know exactly what I'm serving you.
Say it.
I know exactly what I'm serving you guys.
Say it.
I am serving you pastel. I am serving you little chicks. I am serving you green grocer. I am serving you. Can you guys tell what I'm about to say?
Yes.
First day of spring vibes.
Oh.
That's today.
I was gonna say Easter.
Well, yeah.
Same shit.
Yes. Today is the first day of spring. It is the vernal equinox. Yeah, girls.
Who vernal?
Who vernal? Vernal is like a Latin word, I think, for like green or spring. I don't know. Look it up, Lizzie.
Looking it up. Hold on.
Please.
The vernal equinox. I am serving you rebirth. Okay, I'm those little seeds that have been all cold, and it's been a fucking cold winter.
It's been fucking
And we
cold.
went to LA, and it was even like somehow colder for some reason.
Yeah.
Which I don't even understand. That I don't know what's going on
I
there.
went to Texas. It was warm for one day and then cold. I said, who's haunting me?
Yeah, haunting me, and why are
Who's
they
haunting
following
me?
me? I am serving you the what is it?
Vernal means, according to Google, in Latin, spring.
Fucking boom.
Spring.
Fucking
Fact
bang.
boom.
Bang boom. I am serving you the first blade of grass that you ever pick up and you whistle between your fingers.
Oh, fuck.
You do that in front of your peers when you're a youngin'.
You're in.
And all of a sudden you're in. You're in the cool kids crew. Okay.
You're in.
I am at because you blow it and that piece of grass is like fucking Marilyn Monroe's labia. It's like oh my God, if you do that to a girl, does she make that noise?
Yeah. When I get my pussy ate, I go, my head's spinning around.
I am serving you sort of like a gold encrusted knife.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like it's all ornately done with jewels at the hilt. You know what I mean? It's like this isn't used for violence.
Jewels at the hill.
Oh, that's hilt. That's a guy word. I'm serving you a very beautiful encrusted gold knife.
Yeah.
That is not used for violence, but it's to look scary.
It's for cheese.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's for little hors d'oeuvres because it's like you see the knife and you're like, oh, this is scary. Oh my God.
Did someone make a charcuterie
board? Hey, someone make it. And I guess I'm serving you sort of that feeling you get when you're behind a campfire with your close friends, telling ghost stories.
Behind a campfire, like.
And
I love being at a campfire.
yesterday when I was in our sauna, oh, by the way, I have a sauna in my backyard. A lot of the girls are going to be like, what do you mean by that? And I'm going to you're just going to have to trust me.
Wait, no, Zach randomly moved into this apartment and there's a sauna in the backyard fully formed with lights. When you sent me that video, there's like LED lights in it.
And there's a little time capsule box and it's like all these Polaroids and it's like Taylor like refilling the sauna bucket in 2014. We're the next generation. We're the next generation. It's like Degrassi Next Generation up here.
Can you open the time capsule?
Yeah.
And you
I
were
mean, it's
looking
just like a little thing and there's all these Polaroids in it. It's like Nick like photobombing and it's like him and all his friends in that sauna.
Photobombing, he's like planking in it.
Yeah. And there hasn't been a single person in there since then, since 2014.
Wait, that's crazy.
And the lights still work and everything.
But pause. Do you want to make a video where we're like planking on everything? Do you remember those videos?
Yeah.
That are like...
We could bring back planking.
I don't think I could do it. I don't want to. I
Don't
bail.
hurt yourself.
I bail.
We could bring back planking.
Do you want to bring back planking?
Yeah.
For the
Hell
Patreon?
Yeah.
Planking for the Patreon.
We'll plank on anywhere you tell us to.
I'll write it down.
Okay. Yeah. We'll plank on anything.
That was when the internet was still fun.
Yeah, before it started manipulating us.
The innocence of the internet, where the worst thing that would happen was you would get a pop-up on your computer of legit full dick into vagina insertion.
Yeah.
But then you would go, ah! And then you would turn it off, and then you would watch people just planking on benches and shit.
Well,
no one was doing a lot of thought-provoking videos back then.
And this was also before companies and corporations were sort of using it to manipulate us.
Yes, they didn't know
even
that
know
yet.
It was just like a whatever thing. Because I have to actually ask what girls did. Because you know, like that moment after you get home off the bus, and there's like that little window of time where your parents aren't home, but you are home, and there's a basement. and there's a desktop computer, and then you and your friend. 4 little boys going down to a computer in a basement.
Not good.
That is the darkest. I've seen the most fucked up shit when I was 12.
Blue waffle.
That's like, I saw fucking worse shit. Because little boys, that energy with unlimited, it's like unlimited knowledge. It's like the forbidden fruit. You know what I mean? And 4 little boys, we will look up the worst thing you could ever think of. And then how am I supposed to live by the status quo after that? After the shit I've seen.
Literally, Gavin Matz has a joke about that. He's like, how am I supposed to see Blue Waffle at 12 or see 2 Girls, 1 Cup at 12 and then get a job?
Like,
how am I supposed to live my life? You guys didn't have to do that.
It's well, now there's like censor things and all the adults now know about it. So they're like, oh, don't do that.
No, we were unwatched.
My mom had no idea what the internet was. She just thought it was like Ask Jeeves. She thought it was only Ask Jeeves.
Jeeves, where is he now? Can you Google if Jeeves is alive?
Can you actually make Ask Jeeves your default browser?
No.
Lizzie, for the pod.
No, I have work to do.
What about Bing?
Oh,
Bing.
Okay. So Ask Jeeves, now called ask.com.
Why would they do
shut
that?
down? Because ask.com, the company behind it,
Ask.com.
Ask.com, the company behind it, wanted to undergo a rebrand to further enhance its position in the search industry.
Kind of racist against the name Jeeves.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say racist, but I would say they chose not to use the name Jeeves. I think they were trying to get away from this like butler is serving you vibes, and maybe just like I'm asking this thing. Although I kind of liked I liked that it was like you were asking a butler, like Jeeves, how many cups are in an ounce or some bullshit?
What day is the first day of spring, Jeeves?
They stopped using Jeeves in 2016.
Wow, I never realized how literally funny that search engine was.
It was hilarious.
They were like, what if you just had a butler every day answering your questions? Ask Jeeves.
Well, so is that what little girls? Because I know girls often do full dance music videos when we were young.
That is exactly what we were doing. We were learning the hoedown throwdown, obviously. we were choreographing our own dance moves. We were watching music videos, trying to redo them. We were doing a lot of like that,
on like a carpeted finished basement in front of a big TV. Yes,
literally rug burn on our knees, not from the fun stuff, just from dancing our goddamn skull off from working. We were doing a lot of nail polish, definitely a lot of nail polish. We were practicing blowjobs on popsicles. That's a big one. Doing a lot of like photo booth photo shoots.
That was huge.
Yeah. A lot of like wearing like all neon orange and being like,
Me and my friend actually once did a photo shoot. My friend Carl, shout out.
Being on a roller coaster, like.
Being like, in like an aquarium where you're like.
Being in space, like.
That shit was electric.
God.
Photo booth. What happened to us?
Oh
as
my
a
God.
culture?
We were doing a lot of uvu. You remember uvu?
What was uvu?
It was a Skype alt. It was an alt Skype.
The first video chat. It was the first FaceTime.
No, it was Skype was first, but uvu was the first one you could do multiple people.
Yes.
Like a group call. So
it was a group call with a bunch of boys, a lot of guys named Ryan and Casey. Do you know what I mean? And you would be with your friend like, what are you guys up to? And you were on uvu.
That is such a mode. Guys named
a
Ryan
mode.
and Casey.
And a lot of chat roulette.
I actually was
and
thinking about
literally murdering women on Formspring.
Women were getting decimated on Formspring, and I was one of them. One of the decimators.
My Formspring, actually, everyone was really nice.
Because you're nice.
Yeah.
Because you're a nice girl.
No, I was nice. I was nice until I got to college, and then I went.
Well,
Did you see that? Turning into a werewolf.
I did see it.
Chat roulette. I'm like looking back and like thinking about what I was doing on chat roulette, and those guys were creeps.
Yeah.
I was 14.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about chat roulette is that it was like such a cultural moment that you would go on and it would be like Dick, Nick Jonas.
Like doing it.
Girls, Dick,
JoJo.
JoJo.
3 like teenage girls just being like, "Hi, I'm Megan."
Hi. And the guy's like, "Show me your bra."
I like forced to like. That was kind of fun, but the amount of like full adults who would go on there are just masturbating. I was like, I can't believe you're doing this.
No, it was crazy. Should we talk about our main topic of the day?
Yes.
Where are we at in the time?
We are at almost 40 minutes.
Amazing. So we have to talk about kind of the moment right now, which is Almond Mom Final Boss, Gwyneth Paltrow, coming in absolutely hot as always with a podcast TikTok going viral where she says she doesn't eat as per usual.
This girl, what happened to her? I remember seeing her in Iron Man 1 and then never again until she arose as this insane sort of I feel like she's like a anti-vax-esque, but she's not anti-vax.
No,
you know
here's
what I mean?
the thing about you, and this is what makes us different, because you're a boy and I'm a girl ultimately.
And that's the difference.
And that's the big difference, is that Gwyneth Paltrow been here. Gwyneth Paltrow been doing this.
Been doing the thing.
Gwyneth Paltrow started Goop in like 1999, the same year she won an Oscar for Shakespeare in Love. Yeah, I know her credits. Yeah, I know her IMDb.
She won an Oscar?
I like her.
She won an Oscar for Best Actress.
Yes.
And she pulled an Austin Butler where she would go around like speaking in a British accent, even though the movie was over.
Yep.
So she like hosted SNL famously talking in a British accent, and everybody was like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? She started Goop. She is on the record for saying that she made yoga popular, an ancient art form
From India.
She said none of you would be doing yoga if it weren't for me. She says on the record, she says that. This is
Hell yeah, bitch.
TikTok.
I love that confidence.
Literally, TikTok is just now finding, because everyone's obviously 16. They're just now finding out who Gwyneth Paltrow is, but she has been almond momming up and down the coasts of this world this whole time. Yeah, of course she wakes up and only drinks bone broth and a latte. I mean, look at her. Her eyes are caved in. She
just like, when I just rewatched that video just before the podcast about her explaining what she said.
She's like, guys, sometimes I literally
eat French fries.
I eat French fries.
Lie.
I remember it. It was like 3 years ago, and I was in a bad place.
I ate a French fry and then I died, and
And I'm a ghost.
I had to get defibrillated.
I literally got my stomach pumped. My kids rushed me to the hospital, and I got my stomach pumped. So yeah, I don't eat French fries anymore.
Okay, sorry, I drink bone broth. No, the thing for me is when she was like, yeah, I get the weirdest thing, like thinking she's gonna be like, I don't know, something like kind of great. I got an ozone rectal therapy. It's like, what?
Also, where
do you get O3 from?
We're flying past the fact that she is doing this podcast with a legit IV in. She's doing the podcast, and she has I wish they panned over a little bit, because she
like,
literally
see the IV?
has a saline drip in.
You had an IV once when we went to a party.
I did. That's a fun thing on the Jersey Shore, is that you could hire people to come to the next day of your party and put IV drips in to cure hangover. But what we do is that my brother's best friend is a nurse at the local hospital, so he steals saline bags from the hospital.
Oh, from people who need it.
From people who need it, and then
to give it to people who really
need it, who want it. And he brings a big a CVS bag of saline drip and hooks us all up to it.
Well, the only thing IV stress me out because it's like so directly connected to my blood, but I will take Coke from any key. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't check. Like, I don't do the strips.
Literally could be a skeleton key.
Yeah, like I will do a bump from any key that anyone gives me. I don't even need to see who's doing it.
Why did it start on keys?
I think they're just like a little fun thing we all have.
Yeah, but they're so disgusting.
Are our keys disgusting? They're just going in a big old hole.
Exactly.
And then
a hole that's never been cleaned. It's
keyholes have never been cleaned.
Yeah, there's no way of cleaning them. There's little spider holes.
Keys have never been cleaned. Have you ever cleaned your keys?
Never once.
No, and you're putting legit powder on it and putting it up your nose inside your body. And I can't have a stolen saline bag.
Investigate that. You need to do the work.
Do the math on that. No, okay.
No, Gwyneth Paltrow, she does look like like she needs someone needs to airlift her.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, is her son Apple?
That's her daughter.
How
her son's name's Moses. Lizzie, and I almost just said that at the same time because we know.
Yeah,
How is Apple doing?
Apple?
I mean, she's a model.
She's a model. Yeah, she's literally.
She looks
Because I remember
amazing.
that was crazy in the zeitgeist when she was like, I'm naming my kid Apple. First time. She may have not invented yoga. She didn't invent insane names for children.
She was one of the first people to do celebrity. Well, her mom's a celebrity. Her mom is
I don't know anything about this
Danner.
woman.
Okay, here we go. Her mom's name is Blythe Danner, not a name. So she named her daughter Gwyneth Paltrow, not a name. And then Gwyneth Paltrow said, "I'm gonna top that, Apple Martin."
What?
She married Chris Martin. Never forget. She nailed that.
I'm
Man
starting
to a
like her.
post.
Although she was like, I do have long COVID. I'm like, I don't think you do.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you have
Wait,
it.
long COVID? Huh?
You haven't heard of long COVID?
What's long COVID?
It's a real. It's when
You probably have it.
It's when the like kind of symptoms of COVID linger much longer than like they're supposed to. So most people who get COVID, they are sick for 2 weeks and then it's good. They get back to normal. But there are people who suffer from long COVID who like still suffer with like shortness of breath, who may not be able to like have their taste and smell back.
Oh,
Like,
I
there's
have that.
I don't know.
Great.
I just think
So
like,
we've diagnosed
I
you.
for sure have that.
is your scent still fucked?
I haven't smelled since I got it the first time 3 years ago.
Oh God. I don't know. For me personally, I don't know if this is toxic. I
I
think
wish this was a wind chime. That's what I'm going for.
I think it's
That
like,
would
is it
make
like
my life awful.
psychosomatic? I think it's like psychosomatic.
I think
There's
it's
something really happening.
Here's the thing. It broke a part of us. It's not coming back.
We all have to learn to
Move on.
fill the void with something else, like
Bone
our
broth
podcast.
is not going to help. Here's my biggest question with bone broth, and I drink it sometimes because it's soup,
Yeah, I like it.
is what is the difference between drinking bone broth and eating chicken?
I'll tell you actually, and I know exactly.
I knew you'd know. That's
I know
why I asked you.
exactly why people drink bone broth. It's because, Gabby, there's something that you need.
You're having a hard time grabbing my hand today.
There's something.
You're like,
There's something you need. And I know you need it. And I know when I say it, you're going to be like, I need that. And I want more collagen.
oh my God.
It's collagen,
girl-
girls.
That's a girl buzzword.
Collagen. So
That wakes people up just as much as 9/11.
I know, yeah. 9/11 was an inside job and collagen. No, so
Never forget.
I actually on Saturday, before I had sort of a gay event of an evening.
Oh.
I had a gay event of an evening where I did have sex with a guy and then catch this, say it out loud, everybody together, another guy. Yeah, I'm a whore, but no,
Yeah.
I'm not.
I actually haven't had sex in so long. This is like the longest I've had sex and I haven't had sex in a while.
How long have you not had sex?
Like 2.5 months.
I mean, it comes and goes.
This is not normal.
Or something exciting is on the horizon, I'm sure.
I better be getting plowed to death soon. I swear to God. If you don't find me
Wow,
dead.
2 months for you is a long time. I kind of have gone 2 months.
You slut.
Well, I didn't mean it like that, but I did. But like I didn't.
Not realizing that in the moment. Wow,
that
2
is a-
months for you is a long time. Not a genuine slut shame. Not a slut shame in earnest. I'm sorry.
Not a for real, dead serious slut shame.
Not a conversational, dead serious slut shame.
Shame in the middle of our recorded podcast that goes to millions of listeners.
Millions.
Internationally, domestically, millions. No, some sex comes and goes. Sometimes I've gone a month without having sex, or even 2 months before.
Yeah.
I'm just in my
a
renaissance.
month, okay.
I've gone longer without having sex. But like, you know, sometimes that's for me, my sex drive is like on
Or it's off.
or it's off. I mean, I have like 2 weeks off, 1 week extremely on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that weird?
It's intermittent fasting.
Intermittent. Is that weird for my sex drive?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah.
Lizzie's been with her fiance forever.
I know. So I'm just trying to say,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I find that my sex drive is there's peaks and there's valleys because I feel like sex drive has so much to do with like external factors as well. You know,
Yeah.
like if I'm horny, like it's not going to happen if like, let's say I'm stressed or like, you know, I have somebody betrayed me or, you know.
exactly, a
A
betrayal.
Or I'm
natural
hormonal.
second on that list.
Someone betrayed
like
that
stressed.
came
You're
from.
like, someone betrayed me.
Betrayed my trust.
But it like causes like the sex drive to go down.
Yeah, so for me,
Yeah.
if this is a graph and you guys are looking at the graph right now, and it's
Yeah.
like if I'm
I'm
like
just looking at your arms,
if
honey.
I'm like dipping between like this like low sex drive, right? I would
Why
say
the
like
voice?
no one would like I would have sex if it came to me. When I'm in
that
the
lazy drive.
well, yeah, the lazy drive. But when I'm in my
That lazy
ups,
river.
I think that's the thing for all guys. Like if it comes to like, I'll be like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But when I'm in that week on, that's when I actively seek it out.
And I think the difference is for women, if we're in the lazy drive, it's not necessarily a guarantee if it just like falls into the lap. It's like you
Yeah.
still have to like get me excited about it because so
Yeah.
far I'm not into it.
You still have to do like a legal background check just
Yeah,
in
yeah,
case.
Yeah.
If a guy literally kisses the back of my ear, boing, 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 it's ready. We're going off, bitch.
Being gay is so awesome.
I'm learning that more and more every day.
A girl is in my DMs right now, speaking of gay. Do I?
You're not bi, but go for it.
Zach's like, go shopping.
Go shopping. No, this other girl. You're like, I'm bi, and this girl was like, hey, and like talking to you, and then finally like said, you're really pretty, and you're like, fuck, I wanted a friend. I'm like, you're not bi.
Wait, no, that was so funny. I was DMing with this comic, trying to be friends with other girl comics because there's too many boy comics in this life. So
There's so many girl comics.
there's so many. There's more boys, famously.
It's true.
My God. Cut that into a clip, am I right, Gabby? Post it everywhere.
You're giving yourself a reminder later. I didn't even
So
say
I
there's
was, like,
more women. I said there are girls too.
Yeah, but there's like 14. Whatever. I'm trying to be friends with this girl comic, and I'm like, let's get coffee. Let's blah 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 blah. I'm like literally have metaphorical pigtails in while I'm DMing her. Like, let's hang out. Let's blah blah blah. And then she was like, well, you are pretty cute, so I'll definitely come. And I was like, oh,
That
not you.
That is hard. I guess like girls hitting on girls, it's hard to read.
I wasn't prepared for that. I'm prepared for a guy to say a slimy thing, but a girl saying a slimy thing?
You want a girl to say a slimy thing to you.
What?
You want a girl to be like, hey, hottie, I want to bang.
Slimy. Yeah, but in the wild, not like a girl sliding into my DMs.
Or apply girl.
Oh. But this girl I met after a show, literally she was in the audience, and then we were just chatting, and obviously I'm none the wiser. I'm literally like, I love your lip gloss.
Yeah,
and then she DMs me that night and was like, you're so hot.
One
and I
second.
said, you are. What?
Bone broth.
Oh, go.
I haven't. Remember that? That was like an episode ago. Bone broth.
Yeah.
Okay. I just took a butchery class on Saturday.
You did it?
I took a butchery class
I forgot about that.
where this little twink had a cleaver and I was chopping up an entire
A twink and a
cow.
cleaver? Talk about a sitcom.
Brought to you by the credit. Brought to you by NBC. No,
Okay, what's a
TBS. Always funny or whatever. What's TBS? He looked horrified by that.
the gay butcher's son? And he's like, with the cleaver.
I don't just chop meat.
I blow it. Wait.
Write that down.
Wait, the gay butcher's son?
The butcher's daughter.
Coming to ABC
See now.
Family this fall.
ABC Family.
I don't just chop meat.
I
put it in my ass.
I fucking guy fuck guys. I don't just butcher meat. I'm gay as I fuck guys. But like,
You ever been in a meat locker?
We're gonna have to start wrapping up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
be really
yeah.
quick. I took this butchery class because I wanted to know more, and I was chopping up a big ass cow. And the guy who was running the class, he was 6'5", but not very hot to me. But by the middle of the class, when he was covered in blood, I was like, no, I would blow you. I would.
Wait, that's a very real thing. Remember when I told you I fucked that 45-year-old man in Croatia?
Yeah.
And in the middle of having sex with him, he got a nosebleed, and we were both covered in blood. And he
something-
was like, oh, and I was like,
No, let's.
I
Keep,
like it.
Let's keep fucking. That's
was
so
ve-
dangerous.
It was
by
totally
the way.
so gross.
That's so but his blood being in the mix of having like that is so
I immediately get HIV.
That's so dangerous. So
No,
he was
to be
telling me.
clear, we washed it off.
He was telling me about it, and then at one point we had this big femur, and he had a bone saw, and he chopped it in half, and he went up to me, and he took a little knife, and a pure bone marrow. He came out. It looked like sorbet. It looked like strawberry sorbet that he pulled
Ew.
out of this bone, and he goes, "This is collagen. It will keep you young forever." And I was like, and me and him at a moment, we were like looking at each other's lips, like that didn't happen, but you know. In my head canon, that happened.
I love when a moment is like into a full movie scene, and he's like, "Hello."
I'm like, he's on the other end of the room. He's
He
like,
literally
Zach?
he's taking a bathroom break. He's not even in
He's
there.
like, hey, Zach. I'm like, no, but it was he'd be lucky. But it was so.
Was he that ugly?
He was 6'5" and had some tattoos and a butcher. So
I like that.
that's a lot. You would date him for 5 years. You would date him for 5 years, hands down. So he so bone broth is actually the marrow of the bones on the inside, which has a lot of collagen and other amazing things that help your skin grow, and it's very good for your immune system.
Oh.
So that is why people drink bone broth
Oh.
and not eating just because when you eat the meat, you're just eating the skeletal muscle of the animal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I have bone broth. I got it after I broke my foot. I started drinking it. It's a little hard to drink in the morning because it tastes like savory blood sausage. Do you know what I mean? Like it's when Gwyneth Paltrow was like, "Well, I drink a latte and then I have bone broth." It's like, ew.
That's a lot.
Mornings are for sweets.
Mornings are for sweets or for nothing. I intermittent fast.
I eat eggs.
All right, so I guess we have to wrap up.
We totally have to wrap up.
Wow, this episode has been chaotic.
Do you want to tease what the Patreon is going to be about?
What are we doing today again?
Oh,
We are going to be introducing
Girl Satan.
Girl Hell
Gersifer.
and Girl
Gersifer.
Satan.
Girlsifer.
Girlsifer.
Today in behind the Patreon paywall, when you get into the Patreon and we talk about girl jail, but when we execute girlies, where do you think they go?
Where do you think they go? They don't just disappear.
No one disappears. Your soul lives
Reincarnation doesn't exist in this
on.
world.
Not in this universe. You know
No,
what?
heaven and hell. It's a Christian
It's
world.
a Christian-based universe. Okay, there's heaven and hell, and then there's like another one that we'll get to,
Probably limbo.
which is Skyloft, which will be like it's like a club.
It's like the Delta Air Club. It's Delta Diamond, honey.
It's not limbo, but it's like for people who are special little freaks that get to go to Girl Skyloft.
Yeah.
It's just like a club,
Yeah,
and it's like
no,
for
yeah.
eternity, and you never get too drunk,
Oh.
and you're always in a cute outfit forever. Those are for like, you know, in ancient Greece, like the heroes would go to Elysium, like an even more heaven.
Yeah.
That's where the girl heroes.
Oh, I can't wait to get there. But this week, we're doing Girl Hell.
Hell.
And we are revealing to you
The dark one.
Who is the dark one that rules Girl Hell
Who
with
is-
an iron fist.
Who is the light bringer? Who is the one who stole the forbidden knowledge? Who is Girl Satan?
Girl Satan. And just so you know, currently the girls who are dead
Minnie Mouse.
are Minnie Mouse, God rest her soul, and Cara Delevingne. No one else, everyone else is alive, right?
Yeah, those are the only two we've sent to Girl Hell.
So we're going to take the slippery slope down to hell with these two demonic bitches
It's a water slide.
and see what the hell they're up to.
It's a water slide,
and
but
who
blood.
is ruling their ass.
Water slide, but blood.
Love that. Oh my
horrible.
God, a water slide.
Oh my god! But you know those ones that are like big, like they're like big like vortexes. So it's like you go down and it's like.
Yes.
That's it. You need to watch
Wow.
the YouTube clip to see what I just did, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, Wings.
Okay, go.
You go first.
I'm yawning.
Okay.
Zach,
Should I go?
I love you so much. I love your body. It's looking amazing. It's always like, I look at Zach's body and I say, I don't think it could get better than this. And then I see you 1 week later and I'm like, how'd he do that? Your hair is serving good boy, bad boy. And I miss you.
I miss you.
I feel like I didn't see you for 5 days, and it feels like it's been like months on end.
Yeah, like when you went to like going to World War I and not seeing
Your family.
for years.
Yeah, that's how
and
it
come
felt.
back and everyone's changed.
Yeah, and I have like trench foot.
Yeah, you have trench foot, and your daughter is no longer a little girl; she's now a little woman, and you don't know how to handle that because you're a man who went to the World War I, and you don't know that.
And you keep buying her dollies, but she's like, I'm 18.
I'm 18 now, and I'm leaving.
And you're like,
I met a
"Wait."
guy, and you're like, oh, and then you cry. Time keeps going.
And time keeps going no matter what you individually are doing. So give me wings.
Gabby Bryan. I'm so lucky, okay, that the Big Bang happened. Okay, because the Big Bang happened in the atoms and molecules and little bit of bits of girl that swirled around space 1 trillion years ago found their way to you to make your little body here, skinny, petite, tiny
little.
body. It's like there's not that many atoms. Like, you know what I mean?
There's like 10 to 12.
There's like 10 to 12 molecules that make you.
I'm starting to get emotional thinking about the time capsule in the backyard.
I know.
I just want to speak to that.
I mean, that's really emotional. Like, there was a whole life here before us. In this very space, we're like friends.
Where there was a group such as ours.
There was a group.
And where are they now?
I don't know.
Upstate?
I have
with
no
their
idea.
families?
They left,
their lives are completely different.
They like left this sauna here. Like
for the future generation, us.
And we're the next generation. Gabby.
Yeah.
I'm looking back right now throughout Hall of History. And there has been a Gabby for every generation. It's like the Avatar. Every generation, a Gabby is born.
I like that.
Every single one. Amelia Clark was a Gabby. In my head, it's like you. You know what I mean?
She's in fucking girl jail.
Not Amelia Clark.
Yeah.
She's fully in girl jail.
No, not Amelia Clark. You know who I meant to say? Amelia Earhart.
She's dead.
But she was a Gabby.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because how impactful she was. Mother Teresa was a Gabby.
Okay, I'm more on board.
Throughout history, Elizabeth the First was a Gabby. It's just played by you, each one. There has been Gabbies through all of history, tracing back all the way to Eve. Eve was a Gabby.
Eve was a Gabby.
She's like, no, I'm going to eat it.
No, I'm going to eat it. I'm hungry. Do you really want to deal with me when I'm like this? I think you want me to eat it, honestly.
The snake literally didn't convince you. The snake was like, I don't think you should eat it.
Shut up!
No, I want to. I
don't think you should. What?
Wait, how many calories?
Wait, I don't like it.
So I love you. And throughout all of history, history's lucky.
Oh. Wow, yours was way better than mine.
Yeah, you just said I had a nice body.
That's all that matters to you.
You don't have anything else to say about me, about my personality?
No.
Okay.
And Lizzie.
Hey, Lizzie, you have an amazing essence, personality, body. You have everything in your life is perfect.
Your life is so
You're like,
so candy sweet sandwich. That's a throwback. My God. Mm-hmm. You are delicious. Your energy is so potently calming.
Good.
And I like when you said to Zach earlier, don't do that. I was like, I'm in trouble.
Lizzie, you have an effervescent energy to you. Effervescent. That I want to emulate you. I want to be as professional as you.
Oh my God.
I want to be in a loving relationship like you.
Oh my God.
I view you.
Have my fiance.
I want
Kyle.
your fiance.
I'll send Kyle over.
Send Kyle.
Kyle, come next episode.
Send Kyle now vibes. Like right now.
1-800 send Kyle now.
I think that you have an amazing future, present, and past.
Thank you. I love you. And I love you.
I love you. And finally, our girls. Hi.
Hi, by the way.
Hey.
Thanks for listening.
What's up?
All our girls in Deutschland.
Wait, I could not figure out when we were saying Dutch. I kept thinking Denmark. And I even edited it into the video being like, we're talking about Denmark. And Zach had to literally tell me.
I was looking at the clip and I was like, hey, Gabby, when we
Is that a joke?
we say the Dutch and you zoom into Denmark.
I was like, uh-huh.
They're the Danes. Which also,
I mean, that's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. You guys are really close. That's like saying like Vermont and Rhode Island are two different places.
Or New Yorkers.
Yeah.
We really can't exile any more countries. So before you go any further, since we're talking to the audience, let's do the surrogate of the week.
Oh yeah, who is it?
Who is it?
So this week it's going to be Brianne Malam.
Malama.
She left what I thought was a funny and sweet YouTube comment. So
Yes.
once again, everybody go to the YouTube to watch the full video. And the comment was, the way you can play off each other is so satisfying. I could literally watch you two for hours and not want to shoot myself. And that's saying a lot for a podcast I found on TikTok.
Oh, that is a lot for someone
is
just to
a
find on
lot.
I
TikTok.
thought it made me smile so much.
It
So
made me not want to shoot.
I totally get that.
yeah, I knew you would get it. So she's our surrogate this week.
I guess
Oh
we-
my
I
God.
guess
Open your legs, bitch. Get ready to carry our child.
we want to say thank you so much for saying that. We do riff off each other quite well.
And we are
Eh.
on TikTok.
Fuck. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And everyone says,
How are you?
we're ending. A 5, 6, 7, 8. We love
you.
Good night
Goodbye.
and good riddance.
see you.
I know.